On my back. Just eating the Snickers, so I'm raring to go. Then I'm gonna go for a curry. Oh, sorry, I thought I clicked on the door.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
Oh, pardon me.
The inscription was
Well, I think
hard to
what's going to
read,
come out the other
but I
end.
made out Templier and something about innocence.
Templars are not innocent.
My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
I think, like, hook something to that, then hook that in. Maybe this. Whack it in.
It was time for some brutal destruction. Hey, that's hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it. The hook lay in a bed of chain. Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
There we go. It probably would have had more. You know, that would have pulled the boat more than anything, surely. We'll go back here first. What was around the corner here? Oh, fucking hell. Some funky ass door.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
The gem? Nope.
At the bottom of the steps, I could see a glow. I could hear voices from the lit area. It seemed a good moment to be cautious.
Put down your pussy.
It seemed a good...
Oh, what am I doing? Oh, no, why it won't let me go down. You go down and get killed. So what's this mechanism thing here? Let's click this.
Boy, had I ever made a mess of that door.
Is there anything I can do to it? There's other ball in it. There's keyhole. Have I got anything that looks... Nah, there's nothing in there that could go with that, is there? Oh, I was going to say it's pretty dark.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily.
Let's go see if he's finished polishing our chalice.
The priest was still busy with...
Fucking hell. Well, should we go have a look elsewhere then, see what's new? Still got nowhere else here now. Yeah. Right, let's go to the cafe, see if there's anything here. Let's see what our mate says. Hope you can catch that inspector soon. I mean, good luck, Inspector.
Remember me?
Hope you catch that killer soon.
Mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the...
So...
I take a lot of showers.
Oh,
Oh, is that it? Oh, click too far. No, nothing there here. Maybe if I go to Nico and look at the manuscript.
Hello, George.
Let's take another look at the menu. There's a guy between... There's a guy what?
Loom.
There's a woman, but the reflection...
Yeah, we've known
A
that
knight
before.
with a crystal ball. The knight scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Which is what it says
Look at that.
on the thingy.
I'd better get back to
Nothing
the...
there. Don't even bother going out front now, does he? Well, let's try the PlayStation. See what Mole's got to say for himself.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes,
Is it the assault
I'd like
again?
to...
I-
outside this...
Could you...
One look there...
No,
Look what I found, Sergeant Moo.
it is a ball. The ball of a child.
You're half right, but this is no toy, Sergeant Moo.
Don't tell me. The juggler is back.
The juggler? Who's he?
The most cunning circus performer turned pickpocket in Paris. He mesmerizes his audience with an unarguably talented but mind-numbing display of juggling, while his accomplice goes through the crowd and empties their pockets. I thought we'd seen the last of him.
Aha.
See you later, Sergeant.
Museum, maybe? That's... Oh, maybe Lebanon can help. At least I put the
Hi,
fish back
Andre.
on top.
Hello, Georgie.
What does this ball mean to you?
It's a juggling ball. I love juggling.
Does this matchbook...
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
So maybe I end up going to Persia. No. I think we do at some point. Museum, place, cafe, hospital and a thingy place. So it's gotta be here. Can I talk to these? No. Nowhere else to look. Talk. What? Come on, surely you're done polishing my shit.
The priest was... I didn't have... A knight, there in the company, biblical
Company's
references
letters.
engraved into the tomb edge to guide my guess.
Right.
Somehow it... I didn't recognize. A stone knight lay in full. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard. A stone knight lay. I wondered if this guy had died. In comparison, on the end of the staff, around the.
Hairline crack.
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. On the end of the staff.
On the end of this, so it said on the end of
A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That. I could see that what had at first seemed to be a fine engraved chasing on the scroll. Per disciplinum. Sounds pretty. Per discipline. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow. Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
I'm missing something, aren't I?
On the end of the staff, on the end of the staff was, on the.
So why is it sometimes he says I could have just...
The priest.
Let's go back down that bottom then. What have I forgot? There's got to be something I'm missing. Can't go to the calf. The gendarmes left nothing. Let's get down. Don't know why these dickheads are still here. Look how big his tongue is, man. Watch this. How big's that motherfucker's tongue? Why is he looking at the boy? Hang on. Look at him. He's looking down at the boy.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
He's got his big ass chin. He's got his big ass tash. She's got a big ass skirt. Big ass tongue. Big ass pedo at the back.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier.
Something about innocence.
My medieval French isn't much, but the few... Maybe.
I used to stand.
Maybe.
This is where that door is.
The door was a handsome piece of work. Maybe not.
And there he's just Flapsy.
At the bottom of this, I could hear... It seemed...
Oh, the glow.
In the beginning was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report.
The military establishments are in flux.
That's him from the...
The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lockmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course, my apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before He vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world!
Wow.
Just getting your boat and float on. Alright, already we'll all float on.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump. The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant. Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, George.
Well, dodge we get to Syria. A few hours later. Oh my god, this dude and his wife. Shit, I forgot about them. Dwayne and Pearl, I think. But we're gonna save the game. %66% through. 2/3. And I'll see you on the flip flop.